Right now, boom! Today's location, Coventry. Where we at? Tegtat. Does it taste nice? Let's find out. All I want to know is, does it taste nice? Tegtat or Tegtat, yeah? You lot pulled off a madness. I've just come back from the Mediterranean, Ottoman Empire. Let's go straight into menu choices and value for money. Because when we talk about the menu choices, it's an array of beauty. I'm seeing some Kylie Jenners up there, some Kim Kardashians. It's just looking beautiful. You got the Turkish breakfast there. They're considering the demographic of the area because they've got the English breakfast in there for Andy and Jake down at the pub. They got the mezzaman in there. The dessert selection is nice. The pastry selections are nice. And yeah, the menu choices are nice. So boom, we ordered the many men with sushok, yeah, which is Turkish sausage, at $9.99. Then we ordered the Turkish breakfast at $9.99. And then we ordered the sausage bagel at £4.49. And then we ordered the lamb shish and chicken tikka pastry at £2.50. You don't know. And then we ordered the the milk cake, yeah, the trilogy caramel milk cake, yeah, at £5.99, yeah. And then we ordered the fresh passion fruit, freshly grounded and pounded, at £3.99. All in all, we're looking at £36.95, yeah? But my maths is a bit handicapped, so £37, yeah? Make it easy, you don't know. So when we talk about value for money, it works. You are getting a good amount of money for this nah, you're not getting, nah. When we talk about the mini men now, for example, that's come out at a decent size. You got a little circular motion on the pan. I like the fact that they're bringing it out on the pan. So if you took the pan home, you're getting even more value for money. But I don't advise you doing that because that's theft. When we talk about the Turkish breakfast, obviously that maintained good size, good depth, good diameter. I mean, when we move on to the pastries now, they're on the small side. They were still decent. When we talk about the fresh passion fruit, that maintained decent size in chat. I don't remember measuring that, but you can see with your own eyes. I don't have to do everything for you. I'm not your mother, yeah? Clean your room, yeah? All right. And then the trilogy, caramel, the milk cake thing, that maintained a decent size as well. I think that's bigger than the average milk cake. I think this one here at Tegtat was H, Bolo, or Beast. You get me? On the verge of death. Kalas on the front line and that. So yeah, when we talk about the value for money, it was decent. So many choices and value for money, I'm giving you guys 8 out of 10. Because I think when we consider the fact that inflation is killing people right now, you guys have kept your prices relatively relative. So there's a lot of homeliness in what you're dealing with. I like the array of the menu and the cultural differences there. You're accommodating for the English man, as well as the Ottoman man, as well as the Turkish man, as well as the Istanbul man. So yeah, 8 out of 10, menu choice and value for money. Well done. Before we eat, let's pray. In the book of Breck and in the book of Fast, at the top of Mount Kellogg's, God asked Freddie Francis, does it taste nice? Freddie Francis said, let's take the belly and find out. Tucky said, it's dinner time. So let's move on to first bite and overall taste. Because wow, the taste buds are still embarking on that roller coaster journey. Let's go straight into the many men. Because many men wish they for palmy. But not today, son. We're alive. Because the many men coming out and pulling out all the stops. Because when we talk about the zinginess of the tomatoes that are in there, the tanginess really cuts through the taste buds. And then they're neutralized by the nice crunch and the nice texturalized texture you get from not anchovies, not olives, boy, chives, yes! Yeah, for the chives that's in there, yeah, and obviously the flavors are intense, they're mad. The bread that accompanies the mezzamen, I would say that the bread's a bit tough. If you ain't got the canines or the front teeth, the gnash, then you might be struggling to digest and really bite into that bread. But as a whole, the many men is many men because It's all personalities on that plate. It was mad. We'll move on to the Turkish breakfast now. You get them salami looking kind of slices. They add a little freshness. You can tell they're fresh. The vegetables, not vegetables, salad's vegetables or vegetables that are on there, the tomatoes, the lettuce, the cut up cucumbers. They're adding your antioxidants. You get me? They're purifying the system. Ready for the maza later on in the dance. You get me? With the girl living like that. So when we talk about the Turkish breakfast, that was nice. Moving on to the egg was nicely cooked. It wasn't burnt, cooked to perfection. A bit of salt in there, a bit of pepper goes a long way, and it did on this occasion. And when we talk about the little dishes of raw condiments, you've got honey, you got a sweet one, you got one that tastes like molasses kind of flavor. And when I mixed and matched with the sweets like in Odeon cinema before you go and watch 10,000 BC, it worked. So I was impressed with that. We'll move on to the pastries now. Wow. The fact that they make their pastries from scratch is phenomenal. It's a revelation. They dough their thing, they butter their thing, egg their thing, dash their thing in, take their thing out and serve the thing. You can really tell the lamb shisha's fresh. The fact that when you pick it up, it's flaky, it's not heavy to the touch, it's not heavy to the bite. Obviously, the stomach acids are really appreciating the lamb shisha pastry. When we go on to the chicken tikka pastry, I think the flavors were less distinguished because I think tikka in a pastry can be mad or it can be sane. This one was somewhere in between. It's going to the mad ass in the morning, but it's kicking back at you all that night. So I don't know if he's taking the drugs that he's meant to take. But as a whole, the pastries were decent. The bagel wasn't really the standout performer. Obviously, you put the bagel on when you're already winning 5-0 and it's 70 minutes in the game. You ain't gonna lose from there because the bagel ain't really gonna enhance your team. But the bagel does the job. You get me, in a little 4-4-2 formation. You get me, put him left wing back and that. You don't know. When we move on to the game changer, the one that made me lift my hat off my cranium and put it on the table, and wow, the salted caramel milk cake. It was incredible. You really get that kind of sponginess of the texture on the milk cake. You get the nice little caramel overlay, and then you get the crunch from what I believe is coconut, and it's a beautiful orchestrated piece of dessert. It was incredible. The game changer was the dessert, but overall I would be satisfied with any component of the meal. So first bite and overall taste, I'm giving you guys 8 out of 10 because look, I really like the freshness that you guys are incorporating in almost every element of the cooking experience. From the pastries to the freshly pressed juices. It was a surreal moment in my life where I realized fresh is best. Leave the artificial behind and go fresh. So for that reason, first bite and overall taste, 8 out of 10. So let's move on to cleanliness and customer service. Because when we talk about cleanliness, they're keeping their thing clean. It's clear they've adopted a revolution in their philosophy, their identity, their DNA, because almost every aspect of the internal organs of their cogs, their operation, was very clean, I must admit. I mean, there wasn't anything I could really pick up, so I was very impressed by the cleanliness. The table I sat on was clean. I mean, there was a few pots and pans with a bit of grease here and there. But as a whole, it's reality. It's reality of the thing. There was no rats. There was no cockroaches. There weren't no Royal Diner madness in there. So you guys have passed the test. When we go on to customer service, how do I break this one down? I mean, at the front of house when you first walk in and go to the front counter, they're friendly, they're talkative, they're engaging, they show etiquette and professionalism in their thing. But I think once you sit down, they're kind of leaving you to it. You're like a lone wolf out there, trying to catch the grizzly bear for dinner. It's not gonna happen. The weight categories do not match. It's not a fair fight. But saying that, every now and again, boss man came and sat down. He was looking over attentively to make sure everything was all right with me. And yeah, as a whole, I've got no complaints. The cleanliness and customer service was very good indeed. Very good. Cleanliness and customer service, I'm giving you guys 8.5 out of 10. Because look, you guys have met the requirements when it comes to cleanliness. Even through the busiest parts of the day, everything is relatively clean. So applauds to you for that. And when we talk about the customer service, it was there, but it weren't there, but I still felt at home. So yeah, cleanliness and customer service, 8.5 out of 10. So let's look at the overall scores for Tegtat, yeah? Because I know it's how mad this right now. So menu choices and value for money. 8 out of 10. First bite and overall taste. 8 out of 10. And cleanliness and customer service, 8.5 out of 10. You thought I was gonna say 8 again, not this time, Sid. We look at the overall scores. We're looking at 24.5 out of 30. Now look, them type of scores there are getting you in the top 7 battle. You're making it to the Europa Conference League, because the Europa League I think is like 5th place or something. It's a mad thing. You guys are on the way to greatness. So I know what you want to know. You want to know, does it taste nice? And my answer is, yes it does, because here what? The cultural flavours that you're getting is really exploding the taste buds. It's a kamikaze, it's a bonsai, it's a nuclear bomb. Putin, don't press the button, yeah, my brother, you don't know, love, yeah? But as a whole, it's an experience, a one-in-a-lifetime experience that I would really encourage anyone to try. The fact that you're getting different kind of flavours you won't experience in Morrison's or Tesco's or in the local pub, this shows that it's an enhancement, it's a positive factor in the thing. So when you ask me if it tastes nice, yes it does. Head to Tegtat, Coventry, yeah? Just outside the uni. All the uni man them, you lot go in there, yeah? Get your discount code, say Francis sent you, you don't know, yeah? Mad thing.